It's Street Talk with Loretta Rose on location in Phenix City at Southside Park. We're at the Blackout Bullying event. It is a community event and it is the third annual. You don't want to miss it. It's about preventing bullying in our community. We're going to catch up with Mad Cakes LLC founder Kendrick Smith and talk to him about the why behind this great event. And they got some great speakers that is here. Free food, it's a free event, and Grannies on Guard, a community organization, is here as well. Stick around, we're gonna take you inside. You don't ever wanna miss another one. You need to be a part of being the change in the community you wanna see. It's Street Talk with Loretta Rose on location, and you're watching here on Beam TV. We'll be back after this.
Mental health in our lives, especially the kids, right? Okay, so prevention. What do I do? We go to community events, we go teach the kids, we go to high school, and we go to middle school. We teach them about prevention. Prevention on underage drinking, prevention on drugs, any substance use that may affect their mental health.
It's the Blackout Bullying event here in Phoenix City. We are at Southside Park off Sanford Road. We have caught up with Emmy Brooks with East Alabama Mental Health Center. And you came out today and you were a speaker, I know, providing prevention tips. Tell us what you're bringing today.
Hi, Ms. Rose. Thank you. Yes, it is my third year right now, invited as a guest speaker to this Blackout Bullying. What I brought in today, or from the past, 3 years, was prevention. We don't just go out there and spread awareness on prevention and alcohol, drugs, and anything else, but also prevention and bullying, because it all are linked together in mental health. Bullying, suicide, alcohol misuse, and everything else.
Wow. I love it because see, she works behind the scene and see a lot of things that we don't get to see. And what I love about the prevention, they're out here to prevent it from happening. Over drug use, bullying. That's the purpose of coming out in the community, to meet the people where they are and how can we prevent things from happening that have been happening negatively. Wow, we want to thank you so much and thank you all for your service with East Alabama Mental Health.
Thank you. Thank you so much, too, for inviting me over here.
Absolutely. This is what's happening in Phoenix City. Positively Phoenix City. Stick around. We're going to bring you more street talk.
It takes all of us to raise these kids here. Everybody got to get in and involved. So this takes all of us, the school, the preachers, the church, all of us must get involved. As I look at TV and see so much going on, it takes us, it takes the parents to get involved. I say to you parents, know where your child at, know who your child friends are. And I say to you young folks, when you go to school, just pay attention to your teacher, pay attention to your surrounding. If you see something, say something.
All right, kids, I want you to know one thing. I don't care what color you are, one love. The thing is to love everybody, be friends with everybody. Okay? No race involved. Anybody you see, make friends. Okay? I love you all.
Okay, thank you, Miss B. Let me get right next to Charlie. And this is Miss Charlie Adams. She always has something very positive. So Charlie, you got it.
All right. One thing that would help everybody to stop bullying or being bullied is to have wonderful self-esteem. So there's something I do at every meeting that makes everybody feel wonderful about themselves. So I would like, if I can, get everybody to stand, those who can. Children on the front row, y'all come on with me. Now, if I can get everybody to follow what I'm going to do and to say what I say, okay? Put your hands up in the air and I am special. I am worthy. I am loved. Now point at your chest and go, I am a creation of God.
Thank you. Thank you, Charlie. Thank you guys for participating. Bullying may start something else. If somebody bullies you, they may walk up one day and tell you, come and go with me. And you don't want to go with them. But they tell you, you better not say anything. You better not yell out. But you need help. You need somebody to help you at this point, right? So I have something that I can tell you to do where you don't have to yell it out. You don't have to say a word. But somebody will see you and know that you are in stress, that you need somebody to help. So here's what you do. There's a hand signal, sign language for help me. I want everybody to put up either hand, because you can do it with either hand. Put your hand up like you're going to wave at somebody. In fact, wave at everybody. Everybody knows that this is saying hello, right? But if you put your hand up like this, put your thumb over your palm and hold your fingers up close together, that is the sign for help. When you want to say me, you just leave your thumb where it is and bring your fingers down. That's me. So help. I want everybody to do it when I say the word. Help me. Help me. Now if you, come here. Yes sir. You better come. Now you need help, right? And I'm telling you to walk with me because you going with me no matter what. But your mom went to the bathroom and now you got to go with me. How are you going to get help? I'm telling you to walk with me. How are you going to get help? What you going to do? To the people that you're walking past, what are you going to do? You're going to show them or you're going to show yourself? How are you trying to get some help? Put it behind your back. Put it behind your back and then show them like that. Can everybody see what he's doing? That's how you say, help me. Thank you. Let's give him a hand. So one more time, everybody. Help me. I'm Rashida Ali, founder of Granny's on Guard. I'm so glad to be here. Thank you, Kendrick.
And now we have caught up with our community radio personality, the one and only Queen Rashida Ali. Thank you so much for Queen, your time.
You're more than welcome, and thank you for being here to cover this. This has just been great. All I can say is God has shown up and showed out. Because, first of all, look at the weather. And look at the sky and the sun and the wind, and it just feels good. And then the obstacles that may have been there in the beginning, like when we started talking about it, and we were asked to come back this year. and to sponsor. I said, okay, we'll sponsor. We do food. That's what we do. But it ended up with food and games, and it almost was like a Granny's on Guard event. So we got the pizza. We have all kinds of games for kids, from little bitty kids, shoots and ladders and Candyland, all the way to a game of chess. So
And I see the grannies on guard. They are here serving food for the young people and all the guests and the parents and families that are present. We want to thank you, and I know this event is very close and dear to your heart because help the community to know more about Grannies on Guard and how they can be a part of supporting Grannies on Guard when it comes to their community.
well, for your community, first of all, the Granny's on Guard slogan is, if there are children in your neighborhood, there should be some Grannies on Guard. So that means that you, in your neighborhood, on your block, could put together a block party and decide what you want. Give me a call, 706-464-8559, and we'll put the rest of it together for you. Now, we are, if I may say so, creeping fast up on our second anniversary. We're planning right now for a benefit concert with some of Columbus's local entertainers. I'll name them because they told me they would do it. But Tony Parkman, Ramo Thompson, Peggy Jenkins, Foxy Roxy, and Remedy will be coming down to the DAV over there next to the old Jam Zone, that DAV, and put on a benefit show to raise money for our November event. Our November event will be held at Frank Chester Recreation Center, which is where we started. So we're getting ready for that. I am geared up as my dear daughter-in-law, I'll call her. I'm fired up and ready to go.
Yes, I love it. And you heard it first here on Street Talk. You're going to have to come on Street Talk to talk about it even more. You don't want to miss it. I love it, and I love our queen. This is what's happening, and I love it that the Grannies on Guards are here in Phenix City. I love it. They will come to your community as well. Stick around. We're going to bring you more Street Talk and what's happening in your community. Just caught up with Officer Smith, one of Phenix City police officer. He is amazing. I have never seen a bullying ceremony. And he awarded students, community, little people, young people, and adults as bully officers. That's amazing. I love that.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We had about 30 kids. So now we have 30 new bully officers on the street in Phenix City.
Love it. I love it. That is awesome. I love that. That can just take this community to a whole nother level.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. That's definitely the goal. The goal is to raise them up in a good way, and to see good. There are good officers out there.
Yes,
So, yes,
I
ma'am.
love it. And it starts in our community. I love it. I want to say thank you. Thank you, Phenix City, for coming out in the community and serving and helping the young people to build relationships, because that's what it is. We're building relationships.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. That's the goal. That's the goal.
Yes.
That's the goal. For them not to be afraid of us, to work with us. So, yes, ma'am.
Well, I need my sticker because I want to be a bully officer, too.
I got you. I got you.
I don't want to be left out because I hate bullying. Yes. So this is what's happening in Phenix City. You don't ever want to miss it. It is the 3rd annual Blackout Bullying Community Event.
Yes, ma'am. So if you see something, say something.
Hey, you heard it.
He is a 7-time published author. importantly, he loves you. He loves our youth. He has a heart for people. And it's because of where he has come from. He has come from hardship. He knows what it's like to have pain. He knows what it's like to have a situation where there may have been dark times, but he was able to take those dark situations and take the pain that he went through and make it the purpose that he's walking in right now. So, even throughout the trajectory of his life, we have been blessed with my bonus son, Jeremiah, and he is an awesome superhero. But he has cerebral palsy. But his dad is so awesome. He continues to teach him how to use that as his superpower. And he continues to go across the world to teach other youth that no matter what you have gone through, there are no limitations that can hinder you from being the person that you are supposed to be. So, you are amazing. You are blessed. You are beautiful. And we are here today to remind you just of that. In one of his books, and he has it with him here today, and it is called, help me, husband. You got it. It is called Live Determined. But it is a book about his life and the time period where he may have been in a situation where he might have, well, where he was bullied. And he did go through those situations, and he did walk through those difficult moments in his life. But we are so glad to have him. And I am so glad to call him my husband. And he is here today as your keynote speaker. And also, let me not forget to drop this tea, because here in Phenix City, Alabama, you have been blessed to meet here personally a black man who is also an ex-felon, but he had the audacity to create a faith-based toy line called Reggie the Lion, the positive affirmation character, who speaks to beautiful little children just like you, of all races and colors, to remind you that you are amazing, that you are beautiful, that you are blessed, and that you are fearless and wonderfully made. He had the audacity to go across the ring in spite of everything that he might have faced, and to break the odds so that he could be here for you today. So I present to you today your keynote speaker, Mr. Reginald Foreman. But wait, I need for y'all to get up. Get up, get up, get up. Give him the energy, give him the energy. Turn it up, 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 turn it up.
I didn't know she was going to preach to y'all, though. She usually don't do all that talking, so that was great. At 14 years old, I was laying in the bedroom from Miami, Florida. I'm from Miami. And I was laying in the bed next to my bed and had a pair of scissors I was stabbing the floor. My father came in the door and he said, "What's going on?" I said, "I want to get my mother off drugs and prostitution." So usually I show a video. My life story was on CBN and TVN. And usually bring you in and show you what God is taking. See, that's some ugly, then that's some great. I like to start with the great. I mean the good. The good is I've been on Honored by Black Enterprise. I was on CBN. TVN, wrote a lot of books, like she said. I've been on a lot of interviews, traveled all over, got paid pretty good. The greatest what I had to overcome. So anything that you can say you've been through, like I said, my mother was on drugs and prostitution. I was bullied. I might stand here 6'3", took boxing, and I'm a big dude, but I was bullied. From Chicago to Miami. When I grew up in the 80s, they was killing you for wearing the wrong color. They was jumping me every day. I had to learn how to fight. I became the bully. I became a gangster because of what they was doing to me. I carried the chip on my shoulder. I didn't know I was going to turn into something great because I was ready to die at any day. So I'm saying for the little kids, like my wife said, and then I got to get used to talking to the babies because I used to speak to adults. Understanding that when you get bullied, it's not your fault. Because God created you in His image. You great. You understand what I'm saying? I had to understand it because, like she said, back in the day, dog skin went in. But me and Morris Chestnut, we popping right now. We went in back then. So if you said something wrong to me, I was punching you in your face. That's where I came from. I came from Chicago projects, not that Will Smith, welcome to Miami, I'm talking about that first 48 Miami. That's where I came from. And every time I got into something, they weren't fighting you one-on-one. They always try to jump me. So that's what I learned. Oh well, I knew they can't see the video back there, but they showing it. So my main thing to come out here when I want to tell everybody, it's not just the kids, it's the adults. Because I know there's parents that are wanting to commit suicide. I know parents that left their children behind because they didn't understand. In your life, it's a comma, not a period. No matter what you've been through. If you've had children too early, if you've been molested or raped, I got to talk to you raw, that ain't nothing but your story. My mother, I used to see her counting money and strange men leaving out her bedroom. I done seen some stuff that you don't even want to talk about. And that'll become our power to help people. They pay me $2,000 more an hour to tell my story. I done wrote 7 books, now they trying to turn my life story into a film. I share this to let you know, man, I got kicked out of high school, my mother was on drugs, my brother got shot in the head, he was a blood, so I ain't got no business standing here. This is my fashion line. I had 2 fashion lines, and I was about to be on Macy's shelves. That's to show you that no matter what you're going through, God has a purpose for it. That's to show you that somebody like this, who was told that he'll never make it, he too ugly, well, I ain't never really been called that, but I was too dark-skinned and all that, and I felt like that's why, like they say, bullying turning you into something. Y'all see how them kids shoot up in school? Now, we might not see a lot of African-American kids shoot up in school, but a lot of my friends that were white or went through something, they start shooting and fighting back. We don't understand why you're killing other people, but at the same time, what happens when a black child joins the game and then you killing your own brother and sister? You might not go shoot up in school, but you're killing each other on the streets. Because now you're trying to find somebody that draw you in, somebody that love you. No matter what your race, no matter what you look like, you are creating God's image for a purpose. He will clean you up and use you. Now again, 3 things I want to share because I ain't gonna hold y'all long. I need you to understand you gotta have a why. You gotta understand why you get up out the bed every day, or you just existing. You gotta know what you want to do when you grow up. My son, like she said, has cerebral palsy, in a wheelchair, and has been on stage with me 3 times speaking. He came to me and said, "Daddy, I want to do what you do." I said, "Wait a minute." I said, "You gonna be scared?" We done spoke in front of 400 crowd, big crowd. I said, "You gonna be scared to speak in front of him?" He said, "No." He got up there and held the mic and said his affirmations. You gotta be smart. You gotta be strong. You gotta be fearless. A 5-year-old kid in a wheelchair. You can't tell me what God will do. So I tell people, my testimony plus my son's testimony means you have no excuse. So for y'all that are listening, because this is what happened when I talk to you. I just seen people die, got shot up on the corner after I got to talk to them. Or someone got worked. Some of y'all, let's be 100. I won't listen when they first talk to me. But this message, you got to accept the help that God sends. You don't never know who God put in front of you. You don't never know what's going to happen the next day. You got to remember somebody's story. That's what I had to learn. So first you need a why. You need to know what your purpose is and what you're dreaming about. A dream can bring you through anything.
We have just caught up with the keynote speaker, Mr. Reginald Foreman, an empowerment speaker, and he really brought positive affirmation to all the guests that were here today. Reginald, thank you for your time. Wow, I love it that you wanted them to think about the why in their choices.
Yeah, I had to understand growing up that you can't do anything aimlessly. because it's going to get hard. That's a part of proving who you are and what you're doing. So when I found out what my why is, when it got dark, I kept going. So that's what I tell everybody. As a life coach, they want to hurry up and make money. I say, but at first it might not be nothing but your mom and your aunt buying your product. So what's your why that you keep going every day?
Wow, 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 wow. You share a little glimpse of your story, and you brought hope to the community here. Tell us why it was so important for you to be here to speak to the young people here in Phenix City, because you're always traveling all around the world, in the United States as well. But it was so important for you and your wife to make a stop here in Phenix City.
That's a good question. To be honest, I was supposed to be out of town shopping. And when I talked to Kendrick, because he already had asked me to do it, and I was like, I already had this plan. My birthday is Monday. And as I was talking to him, the Holy Spirit kept checking me. I was like, he said somebody had canceled. I said, somebody canceled? I was like, Lord. So I turned around. I was like, all right, Kendrick, I'm supposed to be. He said, what? I said, when can I speak? He said, you can be the keynote. So the obedience of God brought me here, and I'm happy I did. Because you can see it in the kids' eyes and adults. It's not just the children. We got to reach the adults, because each one of us that speak or teach, we can't be everywhere. So your parents and your children, your guardians got to get better. So God brought me here, and it was a great event.
And you had the best person to introduce you, your wife. She gave us a little sermon as well. We love her, Miss Tan Foreman. She did an amazing job. We want to thank you so much for sharing with the people here. How can we follow you?
Well, on Instagram is Reginald_Foreman, and Facebook is Reginald God Made Foreman, Godly Image Foreman. But Reginald_Foreman. My website is www.mynamereginaldforeman.com.
I love it. Y'all heard it from the keynote speaker here at the Blackout Bullying event in Phenix City.
And now, can anybody tell me what bullying means? All right. I like how she raised her hand. I love it. What's your name? Kylie. What does bullying mean?
Hitting somebody.
That's right. Clap it up for Kylie. Kylie. And she's going to be giving y'all some gifts.
All right, we have caught up with Mad Cakes LLC founder, Mr. Kendrick Smith, and also Naala has been joining as well, who works behind the scene. What a great success.
Yes, I'm so excited, man. It took some struggle to get this thing together, but it is here by the grace of God. I want to thank all of you for showing up. I want to thank you personally for bringing the coverage. I'm excited. I'm excited.
Because this is our third year covering this, and it is the third annual here in Phenix City. And our community is better because of you out here in the streets and in the community.
Thank you. Little old me just trying to do the work. I'm glad that I'm making a difference, though. That's what it's about.
Now, Naala, I heard they call you teacher, coach, and you were out here with the children as well. Tell us, because this is your first year at this event, right? So tell us about your experience. What do you think of it?
Let's see, I met Kendrick in December, and he told me about this event that he does, and I said that I wanted to make it coming up from Massachusetts. Little did I know that we'd be married now, and it's a blessing, and it's just been awesome. The energy that's out here, the speakers that came, just overall, just the community support is awesome. Definitely went through a lot of work behind the scenes that I just tried to help with, and it's just awesome what you're doing and what he's doing, and I'm very grateful to have a man that's in the community, that loves community, that loves God, and overall just does so much from his heart. So we're grateful, and definitely continue to support, and
and it is growing and growing. And I want to say congratulations, because they just spilled the whole tea on the show. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I knew they were engaged, but they have just sealed the deal. I love it. Blessings just overflowing here in Phenix City. I love it. Well, Kendrick, we want to say thank you, because you're out here in the trenches. See, a lot of time people are behind that camera talking about what we need in the community, what they should do. This brother right here, this young man out here doing it. I love it. I'm a bully officer.
Okay.
I'm a bully officer.
I gotta get my sticker. I need to see Officer Smith. Yes.
So I know you want to express gratitude, because I heard the mayor of Phenix City was here. You had city officials were here, Arthur Day, and great community sponsors and supporters. I will let you express your gratitude to them.
Yes. So first off, thank you, Mayor Lowe. Mayor Eddie Lowe, he was here. He was a little bit under the weather, so I'm just so thankful that he came out regardless. He couldn't stay, due to his sickness and stuff like that, but I appreciate you for coming out. Just your presence is a blessing, okay? I also want to thank Arthur Day. He came out on short notice. I think I told him maybe yesterday or something, like a day before yesterday. And he showed up. He's come to all 3 events, so I appreciate that. I want to thank Emmy Brooks, East Alabama Mental Health coordinator. I want to thank Granny's Own Guard was a sponsor today. They brought us pizza. They came and blessed the grass. I say the grass because it ain't a stage. We just come to the grass. All right. So I want to thank Reginald Foreman. He was the keynote speaker for this year's event. He's also a guy I told like maybe 2 days ago about this, and he showed up. And his birthday is tomorrow, so I'm so thankful for him and his wife for coming through. Thank you to my twin brother, Officer Smith, for blessing us. Thank you all the speakers. Thank you all for coming, and I'm just so happy. Yeah.
Well, congratulations. Well, we want to thank you and all the sponsors as well. Thank you.
One more. East Alabama Chamber of Commerce was a sponsor. Yes. Generational Changers also provided us with water, so we want to thank Chelsea Brown for that. ATM Financial, I'm so glad she's right here. ATM Financial Services LLC want to thank you for the hayride and everything that you do for Mad K LLC. And also Move in Love. Thanks to my wife organization. She was also a sponsor this year. Thank you.
Awesome. See what happened when you get a help me?
I'm trying to tell you.
Awesome. Thank you all so much. We hope you enjoyed it. Don't mix next year. It is Blackout Bullying in Phenix City. Until next time, you be blessed. You've been watching here on Street Talk with Loretta Rose.